Tuesday, March 1st, 2022. The Ukraine-Russian saga continues. The world positions itself. Welcome to another RooneyBin, a JRooneyShow special edition. With Russia shaking up Europe, what does this mean for Europe's gas supply? Are gas prices in Europe about to skyrocket? If so, what kind of ripple effect will that have on the US? More inflation to come? Maybe. Russia's threatening to seize foreigners' funds in retaliation per US news. Russia will respond to the seizure of money of Russian citizens and companies abroad by seizing funds of foreigners and foreign companies in Russia, RIA News Agency quoted Dmitry Medvedev, deputy head of the Security Council, as saying, Moscow does not rule out nationalizing the assets of companies registered in the United States, the European Union, and other unfriendly jurisdictions. And while that's going on, Russian oligarchs are panicking, pulling their money out. You can see videos of people at the ATMs in Russia. I never know what to believe in this propaganda state that we're constantly in nowadays, but that is something to keep an eye on. Will their money be worthless at some point soon? Maybe. Next, Russian forces target Ukrainian civilian areas. Russian forces struck the central square of the Ukrainian city Kharkiv early Tuesday, as Moscow becomes frustrated in its plans for a quick victory, switched to a new strategy of pummeling civilian areas in an attempt to demoralize Ukrainian resistance, per the Wall Street Journal. So this morale is really important in war. I would tip my hat to Ukraine right now. I don't think anybody expected them to put up as good of a fight as they have, and I would think that the Russian military's morale is slightly down because of this. Next, political reports. Ukraine's Zelensky ups pressure on EU with plea for immediate membership. So the Ukrainian President Zelensky is putting the European Union on the spot, and he's basically demanding that they let him in and give him a membership to the EU right away with Russia invasion going on. Next, Snake Island offenders who defied a Russian warship are captured alive, and they have not been killed yet, per the Ukrainian Navy. I'm not sure what to believe. I saw this headline and I thought, this would be newsworthy. I will link it in the description, but after seeing some photos and videos already with related to the Ukraine war and certain articles coming out and it all being fake and propaganda. I don't know if you saw that video of missiles being firing. It was actually a video game recording. So I would just proceed with cautious with stories like this. They're trying to get an emotional response out of you. Make sure you're keeping your emotions in check right now and you continue to analyze. This was by Fox News, so decide if it's real or not. That's up to you. you know as we look around the world, it's hard to tell if we're seeing more posturing or more positioning right now. The US sends officials to Taiwan. Brazil and Sweden stay neutral for the moment. China continues to support Russia, and the rest of the world starts taking stances. Protests around the world break out against neocon warmongering. And in other news, a little bit lighter news, recently the brain activity of a dying person was recorded for the very first time. So basically, a patient's unexpected death during a study has given us the first recording of a dying human brain. Scientists managed to capture the unique event while monitoring the brain waves of an 87-year-old epilepsy patient. During the study, the patient experienced a heart attack and died while still being monitored. It's a unique situation and one that has given us a new glimpse into the brain as it reacts at the time of death. Upon inspection, they discovered gamma oscillations in the recording. Gamma oscillations are brain waves we associate with dreaming, memory retrieval, and meditation. As such, the phrase, my whole life flashed before my eyes. This might not be that far off based on what they saw in the recordings. The researchers saw that the brain may actually play a recall of important events of our lives when we die. It's an interesting concept and one that we've believed for years. To see it finally solidified with scientific research is kind of exciting. Thanks for stopping by. Jay Rooney Show, a RooneyBin special edition.